Hey everybody, this is actor-musician Scott Schiaffo. You might know me from films such as Clerks, Vulgar, Linger, Girls Night Out, Idiots Are Us. Happy to be here today, Saratoga.
How was your experience in Saratoga? Have you been up this way before?
No, this is actually the first time I've ever been to Saratoga Springs, and I really enjoyed it. The people are awesome. That main drag there in town, we had gone a couple of times out to eat, and unfortunately the weather wasn't the greatest, or else we were really hoping to walk around because it's really beautiful, very bohemian and rustic. It looks like it's got a lot of art going on too in town, and that's right up my alley, but I had a great time. Well, you know, for as long as I can remember, small child, I really was enamored with films and the power of television and music. I'm actually a musician. I've been a musician since I'm a little child. That kind of came before the acting, but not that much far before. I got the acting bug really hard in junior college, community theater, and I just never looked back. I can't honestly say how or what. I almost feel sometimes a lot of people in the arts, I feel like it chooses you, you don't choose it. Because for as long as I can remember, music and film have been my passion. So. Yeah, we're actually, I did a film with Brian O'Halloran, who plays Dante in Clerks, from the View Askew world. We did a film called Vulgar together, which was Brian Johnson's first film he wrote and directed. Brian Johnson is from Comic Book Men now. People know him from that and tell him Steve Dave. They're doing a sequel to that film, which is really exciting because it's a really edgy, dark indie film, the original, and there's not much I could really share about the next script because it's kind of under wraps, but we're all really excited about that one. Brian O'Halloran will be back too, playing the Vulgar the Clown. We worked on a film called Shooting Clerks last year, well actually maybe 2 years ago. It finally was finished up and was released throughout the festival circuit this year. It's called Shooting Clerks. It's the story of Kevin Smith and how he created the first film, and actors play Kevin, and actors play all of the actors like myself and Brian O'Halloran. People play those people in a biopic, which was really exciting because I got to play Kevin's dad, and I never really got to know Kevin's dad because I'm not really personal friends with Kevin. We're more professional acquaintances since the film. But it was exciting, and it was really kind of, it was emotional because Kevin's bond with his father was great, and he talks about it at length in all his Q&As. And he lost his dad a handful of years ago, sadly, a little early. So that was really a wonderful experience.
So with Clerks 2, was there a reason why you didn't come back, or were you not written in, or how did
No, I think the bottom line was with Kevin, his real passion is the writing, and he will not necessarily just bring any characters back for the sake of bringing characters back. It has to really make sense to the story, and by Clerks 2, we were really, it starts with the convenience store burning down. So that whole old store and that neighborhood was kind of a dead thing for the bulk of the story. Would you have the Chewlies Gum guy running around the movies and maybe upsetting people? It might have been a possibility. But what's nice in Yoga Hosers, which is one of his most recent films, it's his most recent film, in Yoga Hosers, the convenience store that they work in, there's Chewlies Gum placards all throughout the store. So that's kind of a nice little shout out to the Chewlies reality within the View Askew universe. But no, I mean, it's anything that comes along the pipeline through Kevin or through any of his related filmmaker people within his realm. I'm there in a heartbeat.
It's still around, right?
It is actually. The original store still is there, and there's a plaque up in the store to commemorate it because it has become a spot that people do sojourn to throughout the year. They get a lot of people, hardcore fans, come to see the store. Kevin actually worked in the store when we were shooting, so his connection to that story was very real. He's basically Dante in the script. He would work all day in the store, and we'd shut the store down and shoot all night. So, and the same people own it, I believe. It's a family scenario. I don't know much about it, but I'm pretty sure it's the same owners. And yes, it still exists, and it's, it pretty much looks very much the same, which is crazy. And you see on Facebook and on social media, fans go there all the time. They take pictures out front, and it still looks relatively the same. It's pretty wild.
Where do you see yourself going in acting from now on out?
Well, I think what's been happening a lot for me as I've gotten older is I settled into like I said, I'm also a musician. I have a recording studio. When I'm not acting in front of the camera, I've been fortunate the last 10 or 15 years to begin doing scoring of a lot of indie films. A handful of films I worked on as an actor, I also did the music score for, and it became a really nice marriage to where I got a nice little circle of indie filmmaker friends and acquaintances, and also just word of mouth, and I keep active with work that way. So, music has always been very important to me. I love film acting. I've had some health issues as an older guy, and I currently kind of, I'm not real limited, but I have to watch what I do. I mean, I have my good days and my bad days, so I'm not as aggressive with the going out and getting the gigs as I used to be. But I love the convention circuit. It's just wonderful to meet the fans and the people that have supported all of those movies all those years, keep it going, which is mind blower to me,
So do you think you would want to come back to Saratoga Comic Con?
Oh, I can't see why not. The people are awesome. That Sam Chase guy is a really nice guy too. Hey folks, Scott Schiaffo saying thank you all for coming out to Saratoga Comic Con Spring 2017. It was rocking, man.